Bryn. What's going on, dude? Uh-oh. Oh no, are you on a bad connection?
No, I'm on a great connection.
There
Why?
we go. Oh no, it was fine. Good. So guys,
Okay.
this is Bryn. If you can hear him, this is the studio head of Cygnus Cross. This is the guy that brought me into the project. So what we're gonna do before I go here in the next about 15 minutes for lunch, we're gonna do a quick Q&A. Do you guys have any questions on Emberville? This is not gonna go on YouTube. Will there be romances?
So that's a very good question, and we thought a lot about this stuff, right? It clashes with the lore, the story, the world that we're building, in a very meaningful way. And I can't really tell you exactly why that is, but I can give you a hint. Is that the character you are playing is a very big deal in the world of Emberville, and so. Yes.
I heard you start saying that. I was like, oh,
yeah. No
but
more,
yes, there's some good reasons for that. Yeah. Are there weather? There is weather. I can say that. But somebody said, are there going to be seasons?
I'm gonna let Tiago or Mira answer that one. And just to clarify, Mira is our studio head. She's in charge of everything day to day on Emberville, and he's the guy that me and Co stress out on a daily basis.
So there's some stuff that we're thinking about, and we are designing and feeling how it is, because we have a ton of features in this game, a ton of mechanics, and we need to see if everything fits and if it's fun, or if it's just something that will make the player feels like it's a chore or something like that. So when it comes to the weather system, we are, or the season system, we are thinking still on how we are going to do it, if that is going to affect farming or anything else. And so it's to be defined at this point.
So to kind of reiterate, seasons are going to be something that we want to implement, like a lot of very fun things, but we already have a lot of stuff in the game that we need to kind of make sure works properly. And we're also very aware of scope creep. So we are locking down everything first, and then we'll start growing out extra stuff as everything kind of works as we want it to. So yeah, that's how we go. So Mr. Bryn, here's a question I've been getting a lot of, and actually Mira may want to jump in this too. What is going to be our status on mod support? Do the multiplayer.
We love games with mod support, and it is something that we cannot do in EA for obvious reasons. But it is something that is thoroughly in our minds at all time, and we don't know exactly how we're gonna do it, but we want to do mod support, right?
Yes, that is the answer to your question is we want to do mod support. We're not sure what it's going to look like or how, but we do want to do mod support. Yes. Somebody said, what are some of the influences for Emberville? And this would probably be best for you, Bryn.
Okay, yeah, I mean, it actually feeds in something. So I've been gaming for all of my life. Like I was playing full throttle, like the old LucasArts games and things like that. And then, my mom, was very interested in me learning more computer stuff. So I always had like a great computer, thankfully. So truly, like Emberville is a at least when I brought it to Co, like it is a game that I personally want to play, and now Co personally wants to play it, and Tiago personally wants to play it. Like this is a game that we want to play, but it takes so long to make these games that we don't know. Like we never know. Like we're just trying to do something that we think is really cool, and hopefully everybody else will like it. So to answer the question, there's a bunch of influences. One of the obvious influences is obviously Stardew Valley by Concerned Ape. It's an amazing person, it's an amazing game. We have Valheim, an amazing game as well. We have Terraria is in there as well, and also the other space game that was Terraria-like that I forgot the name of. Starbound as well. Yep.
And then our looting and combat system. Yeah, a lot of Diablo in the. Somebody said, is the loot RNG? Yes. The loot is not only RNG in this game, it's very much kind of standard kind of Diablo style looting. So you're going to be killing enemies. Every enemy you kill is going to have like ultra rare items they can drop. You're also going to have like a set of commons and rares. You know, we want enemies to have like every time you kill an enemy, we want you to think like have no idea what can drop. You know, like of course there'll be stuff you can farm for, but we want every kill to be like, oh, maybe you like mirror level. Like, oh, maybe this one will drop a mirror, like that kind of stuff. Love those feelings. So
even though it sounds weird, like RimWorld is also, and then oxygen not included, weirdly, but there are
absolutely, especially
that.
in the creative building area and stuff we've talked about for that.
Yeah, but like when people talk about like influences, they often just talk about like mechanics, but to me influences is like a lot of stuff, like sound, animation, the look of the game. Like for example, Divinity Original Sin heavily influenced me when I was like looking for the right musician, you know, and what I really wanted to do with music. I was like, okay, so I want the music to change based on what's happening, but I don't want it to be like weird, and I want to be able to listen to the music even though I'm not playing the game. I know I'm weird. I'm still listening to Battlefield 1942 theme, you know.
There you go.
You know. So yeah, I mean, tons and tons of influences, but I think it's important that like Emberville is an amalgamation of many things, of course, but we're trying to kind of like think of things that we're like, oh, well, you know, what would I want to in this game, and let's put it in our game. Like the QL that you saw is just like, I mean, we're not trying to be the best at like the best of the best or whatever, like in that sense. We're just trying to do the best that we can do.
Exactly right. Make the most immersive experience that we can. And Bryn, if you don't mind, let's go back to the beginning. You want to answer that question about co-op?
Yeah. Co-op is something that it's not something that we know exactly when. It will likely, very likely, not be in the beginning of EA.
Yes.
Can it become something in EA? Sure. We don't know yet. But definitely in 1.0, we want co-op. It will work very similarly to how you connect, you know, to Terraria.
We're doing that. Yes. So we are going to be doing a server character-based co-op system. So you will make your character. That will be your character. You will make a world. That will be your world. And then the world's progress will be independent from the character. And that way you guys will be able to jump in your friend's world and play with them. Your friend will be able to jump into your world and you'll all be on the same progress and the town will be the same. So there were lots and lots of different directions we could go with this. But at the end of the day, this is a don't reinvent the wheel situation. And for what we're doing, like games like Terraria nailed it.
I want to add to this is like so many have been asking it during your showcase and now and like on literally all comments everywhere. Yes, there is controller support. It's actually now.
It's in the game. I just prefer mouse and keyboard. Yeah.
we are releasing the game on Steam Deck because it's beautiful.
It's perfect on Steam Deck. It's so nice.
But the way we're doing controller support, because like again, we are gamers, and what's something that I don't like with games is that when they just port the game and they don't think about the different audiences that are using controllers versus audience that are using keyboard. So right from the beginning, we're like, okay, so we know we want to do controller support for both people that are like playing with the controller on their computer or in Steam Deck, or you know, later down the road on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever have you. So a lot of thought is going into controller support. A lot of thought is going to UI changes.
Exactly.
Once you plug in your controller, think like the evolving UI. Once you plug in your controller, bam, now your UI is specifically designed for your controller.
Yep. So the short of it is, and you're going to find this theme a lot in this project, we'd rather just not do it until we can do it right. And that's, we don't want to half-ass any part of this game. Controller support's a great example of that. Like, sure, we could just like throw in controller support and have the UI be the same, but we want to make it so like if you're on controller, everything is as easy to use for you as it is on the other side. So, and even if you go back and forth, we want that to be intuitive, which happens as well. Ghost Stalker says, is there a planned clear end, or is it more when you run out of things to do? So there will be a time when Emberville is rebuilt. That is going to take you a lot of time, but then of course, at that point, there will be things to do in Emberville. You will have the creative building area to do. You'll still have all the farming and stuff to do. And although it is too early to start talking about this now in any like concrete form, there will absolutely be things for you to do and things to challenge your character once your city and your town is complete. Also, if we ever do choose to add future DLCs and expansions, some of those could take place during or maybe even after the town is built. So yes, that is all stuff that we will talk about in concrete terms later. But right now, we're not really talking about that stuff.
Somebody is saying, are there classes and skill trees? Yeah, we talked about that. There will be a bigger showcase next time.
Pretty much our next update. So there will not only be classes are not available at the beginning. You have a base. You are a person just doing his thing at the start, and you will eventually potentially find someone who could maybe help you with that, and then maybe you can like build him a building, and we can talk about it. And then the way that it kind of works, and again, we're gonna talk about this a lot more later. You have to get some prerequisites in your character to a level. You may have to do a quest or find a thing, and then that will allow you to become a class. You can then level up that class. And as you level up the class, you will gain abilities, passives, all sorts of things. You can change your class at any time. When you change your class, you will then become the level of whatever class you picked. And if you leave that class, the level stays. So again, completely arbitrary. You pick class 1 and get it to level 5. You then pick class 2, get it to level 10. You can go back to class 1 at level 5. Now, the only cool gotcha here is as you level up a class and you unlock those abilities and passives, some of them will be inheritable, which means you can move them to special inheritable slots that are classless and work in every class. So even though each of your classes has their own levels and you can switch between them and level them all, your base character also has a level that increases. And as that level goes up, you get slots to then slot different class skills in. So you can build your own classes. Now, you can't inherit every skill. We do have to do some balancing stuff with that. But you will essentially be able to kind of play the game. There's tons of different weapon types, all with their own combos and skills. Find a weapon type you like, try a bunch of different abilities, find an ability type you like, and then you can level up the different classes, maybe like a passive from that one. So I'm gonna level up that class to this to get that passive. Well, I like a passive from that one. I'm gonna level up that one, get that passive. I like the active from that one, but I'm gonna be this one. And the top ability, the ultimate ability of every class is never inheritable. So whatever class, or not really ultimately, the ultimate feature of every class is not inheritable. So whatever class you pick also has a big decision in terms of your playstyle. I told you a little bit of the system. We have a whole update on this TBA. But this is, again, this is what we've been working on for the years up until now. And this has been a system that I cannot wait to play in this context. It's gonna be so cool. Will the game be voice acted? So here's kind of the deal with that. Voice acting is very expensive, and we do have a lot of written stuff in our game. Voice acting is not just paying someone to read lines, it's also finding a studio for them to do it if they can't do it from home, being there to direct them to make sure they say it properly, amalgamating and getting all the lines into the game and properly sound engineering them. It's a big deal, and it costs a lot of money. So the short of it is, we're not going to be releasing EA with voice acting. However, depending on how well EA is, we would love to get it fully voice acted. So depending on how things go will depend on how far we can go with it, is the short of it.
Yeah, and so, Greg, our musician, like he lives in LA. He's worked on a bunch of movies and bunch of stuff, and he just cannot wait until I tell him, so you do wanna go and do voice acting?
Oh,
He's
dude,
gonna
I
be
know.
like, oh yeah,
He's so great.
you know. But we can't. Like, there's no like, it will literally double the budget of the game. Like, immediately.
It would be a lot. So do we want
Because
it to
we
be
have so
fully
much
voice acted?
extra lore.
I would love to have it fully voice acted. I would love for a character to be Ben Starr and Amelia Tyler and like all the people that we love. But that's going to be the kind of thing that happens if Emberville like explodes. And if it does, we'll do it. But at this point, it's just not really feasible. Like Bryn was saying, it would literally over double our budget if we added voice acting right now.
Can't you do multiple voices?
I could just voice the whole game if you'd like.
That's what I'm saying. You can just do it.
Okay.
You can do it.
So the game will be fully voice acted by me. You ready for this, Alex Jordan? I'm coming for you. I saw you in Alters. I saw you play every character in Alters. Well, I'm about to play 35 characters in Emberville. Oh, there goes your Guinness Book of World Records. Well, this has been awesome. Guys, thank you so much again for being here. It has been such a cool update. Bryn and Mira, thank you guys for being on the call. All right, guys, y'all have a great day. I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Cole. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mira. Oh, man, guys, it is so fun working with that team. And Bryn and Mira did a fantastic job. But guys, that's Emberville. It's coming along, dude. It's really becoming something just, it's like when I first joined this project, I had dreams of how good the game could be, and none of them were up to the point where this game is shaping up to be. Like this is it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun.